There are growing fears of a new uprising against Israel among Palestinians in the West Bank. George Thomas is in Bethlehem and shows us how one church is trying to ease the tension.
46 miles away from Israel's offensive against Hamas in Gaza, there's another battle some say is being dangerously ignored by the world.
But my big concern right now is that the West Bank is being neglected. With the riots are being done every single night, almost now 13, 14 nights in a row. Focused on Gaza.
Stephen Khoury, a prominent Christian Arab who lives in Bethlehem, worries the area is ripe for another uprising.
I was born in Jerusalem. I grew up in Bethlehem. I remember how the first and second intifada started, and I'm seeing in this an evidence of a possible another outbreak of an intifada happening in the West Bank.
Here on the streets, Palestinian protesters, angry about Israel's war on Hamas, are running daily skirmishes with Israeli soldiers and Palestinian Authority police. Several people have been killed and injured.
This is a security wall that divides Israel and the West Bank. For nearly 2 weeks, there have been violent protests taking place right here on the street, as well as in other West Bank cities such as Hebron, Nablus, and Ramallah.
Neither Israel nor the Palestinian Authority want to see another front of the war open in the West Bank.
We are delighted to have
Colonel Peter Lerner is Israel Defense Forces spokesman.
We need to try and keep it calm and keep it controlled. It might not be possible.
To avoid further violence, Khoury, who helps lead a prominent church in Bethlehem, is calling on his people to de-escalate the tensions.
In Ecclesiastes, it says there's a time to mourn, a time to laugh, and a time to dance. This is a time, I believe, for neither three. This is a time where we need to be people, are peacemakers. We need to be a voice, a balanced, a righteous voice in the midst of a wilderness.
For several weeks now, his church has been distributing copies of the New Testament and bottles of water wrapped with the scripture verse, "Blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called children of God."
We need to preach love, forgiveness, acceptance. We need to preach the message of do not fight, do not be overcome evil with evil, but overcome evil with good.
In the meantime, the U.S. State Department is warning Americans to avoid travel to Bethlehem and other cities in the West Bank because of ongoing hostilities in the region. George Thomas, CBN News, Bethlehem.